What's up, guys? Brick Duo back here with another video. Today we have the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. This is one of those sets. I mean, this came out a while ago, but this comes from one of those lines that you just don't really see anything anymore. It's sort of the old creator expert line, and this is probably one of the, in my opinion, one of the better sets from the earlier days. Set number 10177. It's a pretty big ship, and honestly, we got this for a really good deal on eBay. How much did you pay for this, K-Bricks?
I got it for $150. That was not including shipping. I think $15 shipping or so. So about $160. I think I have like $160 or so. So it's a pretty good deal for how much it actually goes for. And it was pretty much brand new. So the box was open, but all the bags were sealed. So that's kind of how I look for more expensive sets. I look because I'm not really a fan of buying used sets. I look for boxes open, but the bags inside are still sealed. So it was a good deal for that.
Yeah, it's a great way to find great deals, and honestly, we'll get right back into the set. One thing, though, I think you can tell from the box, too, is just this cone piece in front just looks so out of place. It just seems so weird that they chose to do that for, like, a model set. I wish they sculpted that out more, but we'll go ahead and give you a closer look at the set. So one of the things that surprises me about this set is just the sheer size of it. Honestly, it looks like it would be really small just with all the small pieces used to make it, but when it's all finished and done, it actually looks really good, and it's a big set. I think in general, sort of a lot of the detail and the curvature using bricks, they did a really good job with just getting sort of that
fuselage.
Yeah, and then especially these little window pieces too, with these little clear cheese pieces, does a pretty good job of sort of giving you a good look of what that might look like, and you can even sort of tell where like maybe the first class area might start when the windows start being separated by a greater distance. And one of the things about this set, I know we've talked about this before, is these stickers. These stickers goes across multiple pieces, and if you ever want to take this thing apart, it is just not going to be fun at all. It's just, it's so annoying. It's how the stickers get ruined, but I guess it is what it is, and especially with these sets from 10 plus years ago, that was sort of just the norm. One of the things I would have liked to have seen a little bit more detail on is these engines here. They just look so small for like the size of the plane that it is, and I'm not sure if that's super accurate or not. It just doesn't really look right to me. However, the wings, on the other hand, I think they did a good job of sort of giving that look and giving the right angle coming from the middle of the ship. So, yeah, overall, I'd say sort of the general shape of the ship is very good. And actually, one of my favorite parts here is this back wing. Again, just the curves that they were able to get with all these different slanted pieces, just sort of those tile pieces stacked up on top of each other. And that's how you get so many pieces in this set. There's just a lot of smaller pieces, but all these smaller pieces are used to create sort of unique shapes and yeah, really give a good representation of the 787. So again, as we talked about before, this cone piece up front, it just doesn't look right. It looks like it just sort of has a hard stop up front, and then all of a sudden just this thing sort of plucked on the front end. And if there's one thing I could change, it'd definitely be that. The cockpit area is honestly not too bad as well. I could have used a little bit more work, but again, with this size of scale, you can't really use windshield pieces or anything like that. So at some point, you got to just sort of use what you have, and I think they just did a good job with that with this set. When this set came out, there wasn't a ton of different pieces to use as there is now, and I would really like to see another plane, not a play set, but a full-size plane like this, passenger plane. Not any of those like cargo planes or anything like that, but I just want a good passenger plane like this. I would love to see it again. So
I'm going to talk about this plaque right here in front. You know what we're talking about. We just big fan of the details that kind of show like it's a collector set. So it kind of almost has a UCS style plaque in the front. I think that's a really cool addition to the set. It has a pretty good stand too. I like how it sits on the angle like that. And I guess I'll just talk real quick about the build process a little bit since I built this set. And to be honest with you, it was one of the most boring builds I've pretty much ever had. It was just a bunch of the same pieces over and over again, stacking on top. But I mean, I'm okay with those type of builds. It just the parts that took a long time were all these little window pieces. If you can see, there's a bunch of little 1x1s next to the cheese slopes, and I was trying really hard to get those straight to make it just look as clean as possible. So I mean, if you didn't spend as much time as I did on that, then you could probably build it a lot faster. But I just like my sets to look as good as possible, so I spent a lot of time on that. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I bought this set because it was one of my sets I've always wanted. So I'm really glad I got it. And any other comments, B-Bricks?
No, I think that about wraps it up.
All right, sweet guys, Brick Duo. See you guys later.